Nothing?
Oh, you know, taxes will be due August 31st.
August 31st. And when does the late fee go on if it's not paid by August 31st? September 1st.
1%.
So get your taxes in. Anything else?
No.
No? Comments from city administration? Barb?
Maple West got underway last Saturday, and moving right along.
It was behind schedule, but unexpected.
Well, yeah,
event, so
through the
it's-
paperwork and that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went over there. They're really starting to move forward. The equipment's there. And
They got the subsurface drains all in.
good. All right. Anything else?
That's it for now.
Chief?
I'd like to introduce new officer, Jason Schimmelfenning, just started.
How do you say that last name?
Pronounce that? Schimmelfenning. Yes.
Schimmelfenning.
Yes, sir.
Is that Swedish?
German.
German. Okay. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
That's it?
That's it for, with the exception of,
What's on the agenda? Okay. Well, we're gonna have to skip this one before we amend the agenda, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see. Smart contract, Fred, you got the floor.
Well-
Be kind.
Thank you for letting me come here, but I'm gonna let Jeff talk because I know he had some.
I'd rather not.
remarks.
If you would say something, we hear Jeff all the time.
Go for it.
No, go ahead.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Do you need a formal, like some cities, who you are, where you're from, address,
No,
and all
no,
that?
no.
Yeah, you can just
We
stand
know
up.
who you are.
Okay. I'm Fred Barbrett, I'm the ombudsperson for SMART. Really, I'm a liaison between SMART, the 800-person bureaucracy that runs transit throughout the region, and our local community providers like Jeff White and Richmond Lennox EMS. And we just thank you to the voters, had a successful millage, and there's a few extra dollars to hopefully expand service, especially out here in northern Macomb. Jeff's program, they have 6 of our vehicles, and I always kind of refer to it as our Frankenstein program because we put together 10 different communities funding from state funding, federal funding, a couple different federal grants, and have run a really successful program with the service, and I think you guys are probably familiar with it. But
We're very happy with Jeff's service and what he provides our community. And I don't think we could live without it, could we, Jeff?
We have a lot of folks riding it here in the Memphis area. It gets used not only, for our regular daily rides, but our service that travels almost like a line haul bus where it, operates from Memphis all the way to town, 23-mile road to connect people there and let them go to work in the, in the Mount Clemens area and other places that the big buses take them to with SMART, as well as our ability to use the, the vehicles we did recently with the community celebration for the Memphis Day. So the vehicles get an awful lot of use in the community. This year, I believe the amount of money received by Memphis was just a little. There was a small increase based on the millage that was just passed in Macomb County, and I believe your amount this year is $2,747. Generally speaking, you folks have turned that over to the EMS for the operation of that service. We're asking that you give us that consideration again this year. Like I said, it is a little bit of an increase, a little over $300, I think. But when you give thought to the fact that we haven't seen an increase just due to economic factors at throughout the state and at SMART since about 2008, $300 is pretty much just going to help catch us up at this point with regards to our budgetary numbers. So
one thing you should know, and I don't mean to interrupt here, but when our board decided to ask for the increase, there at that time was no consideration given to the local communities. And Jeff organized the meeting, brought our deputy general manager out to a meeting at the Richmond Lennox EMS offices that's down on 32 Mile Road. And he took that message, our deputy general manager, back to the board, and that was every community throughout Macomb, Oakland, and Wayne is getting an increase because of Jeff's really lobbying. And
Well,
so
I
you guys should be aware that.
I do know in the past, when we started giving you the credits before that, our Parks and Rec department used them for different things as well. And again, I think we're trying to vamp up our Parks and Rec and start providing trips and other things that we used SMART credits for in the past. I don't know what we want to do this fiscal year or what our budget is, but I'd like to see some of those SMART credits be able to be used by our Parks and Rec if we were considering that. Just to start providing those services we used to provide.
I think in a few years now, we've given this back to EMS, right?
Right, there was years ago, I can speak from history a bit, not maybe as much as a couple of the board members, but I can certainly speak from a few years of history of this.
Yeah.
And this has bounced back and forth over the years, as Mr. Wilson is aware, between us taking these funds, us taking the SMART funds, and Parks and Rec using some of the community development block grant funds, and then we kind of switched things, and we took all of these funds, and Parks and Rec took the CDBGs, and then we took the CDBGs, and they took the SMART funds, and it's kind of bounced back and forth. But and Parks and Rec are important programs, as our programs for our seniors and our disabled and others. And I hate to be the guy that sits in the middle of that saying, my program's more important than that program. But what the community needs to understand is, let me say again, in 2008 we got $2,400 for serving the city of Memphis. In 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, we got $2,400. Even though our cost went up, we didn't cut service.
Well, I'm not suggesting.
But so if we're gonna start now splitting that $2,700 out amongst our various, it's not a lot of money to start with, amongst a couple of different programs, I don't know how the community would be able to expect us to do anything but reduce our service levels somewhat. There just isn't
I
a
wouldn't
third option.
consider that. I was just thinking if we had money available, like $1,000, and give him 1,000 of the credits and offset it with cash of $1,000. That might be something.
I would like him to still get the same amount of money.
Exactly.
And
You would get the
but
same
whether it
amount.
came from here or came out of our general budget, I think we'll have to look at that. But I know we got a Parks and Rec director now, and he's been in the past, as you know,
Right.
years ago, and he did a great job. So I know he want to utilize that some, but I don't want to see you hurt either.
No,
So I think
either.
what we should do is, regardless of how we allocate it, that you still get the same amount, so,
I agree.
yeah, so.
I'm not talking of cutting you from
No.
what you get from the city of Memphis, but I am talking of, I know he's familiar with using smart credits to provide these trips for our seniors and other things. And I know that our Parks and Rec budget is $500. And so that doesn't go very far. I mean, that basically does a daddy-daughter dance, that's about it. So,
I'm starting over.
yeah, I would like to be able to commit more to our Parks and Rec department and to Mr. Pearl, who's here, while we continue to use you and you get the same amount of money. In my mind, that's what I'd like to see.
I'd like to see the same thing, whether we probably have to use some of this for his Parks and Rec, but we make it up from out of our general budget, so that you're not cut.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, I mean, but I would like to invest a little more in our services from our Parks and Rec department to our citizens.
Because I know in the past, a lot of times we give money out of CBG funds, but when we're putting it on the roads.
Right, so those funds have sort of been used in other places now
Right, so then we start using this
too,
to go
right?
back to you, and eliminated the other. But now that Dave's back, I know he has some programs he'd like to utilize that for the benefit also of the seniors and whatever.
But it might be worthwhile to, if it's okay with the council, to let Fred speak just a moment to, there's one section of the funds that you can actually use for Parks and Rec, as I understand it, one section you can't. That always confuses me, because to me, money's green and I spend it on little buses to go down the road. But there are, so do you want to touch on that?
You have a little more flexibility with the community credit money as opposed to the municipal credit money. So if you're gonna use dollars for those trips, I recommend making it the community credit dollars. Donna, I know that I sent you an email, and I'm drawing a blank right now. There were a few dollars left over from the previous year. Do you happen to remember that number? And
1182, I think.
Pardon me?
Was it 1182?
This one here,
that,
1189, that's 11 you
89?
talking about?
yeah, okay,
Okay.
yes. So from last year, there's $1,189 that's still available. That
That's actually from years and years. I mean,
That's-
it's been sitting there. We
Well-
give you a little, we've been giving you a little bump of that.
Yeah, we did that
backlog
last year,
every year.
exactly, we cleaned up some of the older ones, but as of right now, we had 1189 from FY14, and then you have this whole amount from FY15.
Well,
available,
It
so.
might be, this 1189 can also be used in Parks and Rec. is that what you said? Well,
So that we can give all of
So-
this year to.
So we might be able to
With
give,
the increase that you have there.
Yeah, that's for this year, but
For this year.
but those are funds from last year that were not utilized. And ultimately, there's like a 2-year time frame that if they don't get used by a community,
Yes, it'll
Smart takes them back.
Gotcha.
And that's why.
Is that 1189 good for you for
That's
this year?
fine, yes, I can handle that.
Well, then, I mean, I'd be fine with giving all the smart credits to, the other smart credits from this fiscal year to the
EMS.
Richmond Lennox EMS.
yeah, if 1189 will cover yours.
Yes.
And then I
that'll
think,
be
I think
perfect.
next year, when we do our budget, we
We
want
figure out
to, we
some
want to
money.
look at this in our budget so that you're not cut and you have also some money.
That's fine.
And, so we'll look at that, so. if
Those
that's
dollars,
o-
I'm sorry, Aaron.
No, go ahead.
Those dollars were already set aside for trips.
Okay.
So we don't have to do any
Okay.
amendment to contracts or anything
And-
like
and-
that and just move
And
forward
Dave,
with
if
it.
you realize that, then I'm for then that we make a motion then that we okay these back to Richmond EMS. These-
Do we have support on that?
So you're all set?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry
Dupes
to
and-
scare you a little bit.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zucusar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
All right, adoption or amendment of the agenda?
Well, there's going to be a few changes.
Reed Township as well, and like for the
I'm
same
following
meeting,
us.
so.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So we're already by, the first change is number E, we're taking that right off. Number 2, we're eliminating that one. Number 4, we're eliminating that one. And number 5, we'll be adding as a police department approved invoice from the duty gear. No further changes, I make a motion we adopt the agenda as amended.
Support.
Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zucusar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Dukes absent.
All right, hopefully you've all had a chance to go over the regular meeting minutes of August 5th. Any changes? If no, I entertain a motion to accept those.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from August 5th as presented.
Support.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zucusar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Stoops absent. Weaver.
Yes.
All right, communications, there were none. Unfinished business, adoption of ordinance 196. Pit bull ordinance. This is the breed-specific, taking the breed-specific language out of our ordinance book. Anybody have any questions? Comments? Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Zucusar.
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Stoops absent. Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
All right. Next is a community development block grant agreement for 2015-2017 program years. Donna, you want to say anything about this?
Oh, we already signed, the program agreement.
Yeah.
But we didn't specify that our lawyer don't need to review it. We do it every year on our own.
So we just need a motion in order
have to
that our
have it in the
lawyer does not
minutes.
have to approve it.
I'll make that motion that we don't have to, our lawyer approve the minutes.
For the contract.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Stoops absent. Weaver.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Zucusar.
Yes.
All right, new business, clerk treasurer phone service. Now, this is from Donna saying, I'm requesting monthly reimbursement from a cell phone. She does receive calls from me constantly. It says I receive calls from the mayor, assessor, as well as some council members and citizens.
I don't have it.
She has a limited minute plan, so anything that she goes over, she has to pay extra. So, I think we give $40 to,
Yeah, but I think truthfully 30 would probably be sufficient.
okay? Can I get a motion to give her $30 a month for cell phone reimbursement?
I'll make that motion.
I called her before this meeting twice, by the way.
You wanna give her 40?
To get her here, it's like, get your packet ready. She found your packet.
$30 per
Oh,
month.
she found mine?
It was in the office over there.
Someone put it in the office, Amber went and looked. So I might just forget, I'll make him a new one. Davis,
I'll talk to you.
Oh, over there?
Tarver,
Yes.
Stoops, absent Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson, Sukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Next new business is Police Department Reserve Program.
Thank you.
You got the floor, Chief.
She was gone.
So I'd like to request and enact a Memphis Police Reserve Program. Myself, Chief Diaz from the Memphis Fire Department, did some research and came up with some ideas which would assist the public. It being comprised of mostly certified firefighters and certified EMTs to assist. It would increase visibility, will help with patrol support. Also, a big factor would be the desk duties, which throughout periods of the week, there'd be a uniformed reserve officer in the station assisting the secretary, and we'd be able to extend hours on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the assistance of these reserve officers. We would help the local community events, traffic control, public relations, community service, department in-service training. There'd be specialized training assistance for the reserve officers. There are minimum qualifications.
20 years old, U.S. citizen, high school graduate, clean driving record.
Yes, and there's more to be added. One would be the completion of the official certified reserve police academy within 1 year of employment. But these officers would also be able to assist in the trail functions.
What type of liability is this looking like for us?
Once they are reserve officers and they're trained, especially with firearms, from my understanding, there is no more of a liability.
Then.
Because they're going to be working,
Regular officer.
yes, working directly under a certified police officer at the direction of that certified officer.
And it's a volunteer position?
It is.
Okay.
There is firefighters from the Memphis Fire Department that are interested in volunteering as reserve police officers, which at that point they would be able to be in town doing specific duties as a reserve police officer, but still being in town if fire or emergency comes out, they can respond to the fire station and assist with whatever emergency comes up.
Now, this says you're currently not accepting applications.
This is my first rough draft.
Oh, but you are accepting.
Well, that's just the
You're not, or
example.
you are?
Well, it all depends on the outcome of the meeting and.
Okay, so does anybody have
further
any
research.
questions on the reserve program? Do you like the idea? Do you hate it?
Yeah.
You like it?
Used to have it here.
Okay. Well,
I just left the fire department meeting and they're gonna problem with the fire meeting.
and actually, you
And I just
know,
wonder if they're gonna cross over and.
the whole reason, and from what I understand, the whole reason that we've had problems in the past keeping certain fire is because they're not busy enough. They like to be, they like to be busy and active, and this might be something that can supplement that time and get them additional training if they decide in the future they want to move into an actual police position.
Do they carry guns?
They would, yes. That is the discretion of the Memphis Police Department.
Muskets.
Now, as far as the amounts of the cost would be some uniform equipment. We do have a stockpile of uniforms, but we may have to obtain new badges and various items on the gun belt. And then 45 to 50 rounds per reserve officer a year for qualifications.
Now, are the uniforms going to be the same, or are we going to be able to tell a reserve officer from a regular officer?
They will be identical, with the
Identical.
exception of the police identification, which will be stamped reserve.
Okay. All right, anybody have any questions? What do you think?
No, I like it.
Okay, can I get a motion to allow him to put together a reserve program?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Parker,
Yes. Good luck.
Stoops, absent
Don't
Weaver,
over- Yes, don't overload yourself.
Wilson, Sukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes. All right, moving on, police department duty gear invoice. We have a past due invoice for $655 to on-duty gear for a Armor Express Razor 2 Revo ODG 5x8 ICWARA shock plate.
That'd be a vest, bulletproof vest. Top of the line, bulletproof vest.
And we have that?
We do. It is used and unable to return.
Did this get lost or something? Because I noticed that May 31st,
That
they
do-
get lost.
The invoice got lost.
Yeah. we could do that.
This was ordered and shipped long before our new budget started, so was this in last year's budget?
We never
No.
approved this expense, as far as I know.
No, we can't put it last year's budget.
It has to go in this year's budget, we asked auditors,
All right,
We have it now?
We have the vest.
we have it.
we had the vest, it has been received, but not paid for.
So,
We have to okay it.
can I get a motion to pay this bill?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Stoops absent, Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Stukas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
All right. Other new business from the mayor. First thing I have is the water issue on Henderson between Potter and, between Potter.
Bell River and Henderson.
Bell River and Henderson. Or it's Henderson Road, that little water issue that we had where it was backing up down at the Legion and everything else. Josephine, Miss Swiderski allowed us to go on her property, put a ditch in that now that area is draining and a really reasonable time. Within 8 hours of these heavy rains that we've had, it's got no standing water anymore. I'm very happy with the way it's turned out. It seems to have solved a problem that's been there for over 20 years. And I think that we need to send a letter off, and this is the letter I kind of put together to thank Ms. Swiderski for allowing us to come onto her property without an easement and install a drainage system in the back of her property. It says, the letter I put together says, for more than 20 years, there's been significant problems with water in the area of Henderson Street between Potter Street and Boardman Road. The water would pool and not drain in the area, causing flooding and risk of health issues that could impact residents. On several occasions, the City of Memphis has been contacted to resolve the situation, which was not our fault or responsibility. The city attorney had advised us that it was an issue that could not be solved without proper drainage easements in place, and short of a lawsuit, we had no power to solve this civil issue. In the spring, the situation again was brought before this council. Once again, we had no power or responsibility to correct this complaint without the possibility of long and expensive legal battle. Bart Dunsmore, the director of the DPW, was given permission by you to go on your property and install a drainage ditch that he believed would help lessen the impact of water throughout the residential area to the west of your home. In the past few weeks, we've had a record rainfall and flooding throughout the county. We have seen the problem-plagued area drain in significantly shorter times, and the previous standing water has become virtually non-existent. The Memphis City Council and Memphis DPW would like to extend our appreciation to you for your help. Without the ability to modify the grade of your property, the water would continue to be a problem. Thank you for trusting us on your lot. We made every effort to treat it with all the care that is evident that you have for your home. Respectfully, Mayor Weaver, council members, and Bart Dunsmore. What do you think, guys? Can I get a motion to go ahead and send this letter out to her?
I'll make that motion.
Or,
That cost us approximately $1,000.
But it was definitely worth it, because like, as long as I've been on council,
Engineers
been a
for
problem.
size 4,500, or not
I'm
as high.
scared.
How about the complainant? Has he complained anymore?
Well, he felt we done wrong.
Is there somewhere?
He wants the front dug out as well.
He still wants
But the water, I've been over there when it rained a lot, and within the day, it's gone. I don't know how much more you would want. I get standing water in my yard, but it's gone in a day. There's a lot of areas in town that you have that it becomes, your property. So what are you doing?
Lukasar, I'm waiting.
Yes.
Lukasar. Parker,
Yes.
thank you.
No, it was sitting right there. I just pointed at it.
sitting right there. I thought there was another one.
Okay, Stoops absent, Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Stukas W,
Yes.
and Davis.
yes,
Thank you.
Okay, next I have a press release from Richmond Lennox EMS. On July 1st, Richmond Lennox EMS took the responsibility of administrating oversight operations for the township senior citizens program. Seems to be a good fit for the EMS, who already has a relationship with the area seniors and partners with Smart Transit, Community Transit. The seniors program is funded by Richmond Townships, open to anyone over the age of 60 living in Richmond Townships or the neighboring communities. Senior activities take place on Monday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Programs include weekly cards and bingo and light refreshment, monthly potluck and cake and ice cream birthday celebration. There will be occasional local day trips to area parks and other venues. We're also working with guest speakers and various entertainment. Senior Center is located at 75701 Memphis Ridge Road. Our entrance is shared with the Richmond Township offices off school section. Persons wanting additional information on the program, call EMS office. Next, I have friends and neighbors. For the last few years, many businesses and individuals have donated back to school items for backpacks for children in Memphis School District. Grace Engineering has supplies to fill 120 backpacks each year, and they're given to children in need at the Memphis High School open house, or the Memphis Schools open house. This year's open house is held on August 27th, 2014. There's still a need in our area. We're hoping we can all come together for the children and families who attend Memphis School. They've already purchased the 120 backpacks. They're just trying to fill them with pencils, colored pencils, pens, markers, pencil boxes, pencil sharpeners, erasers, scissors, glue sticks, wide rule notebooks, loose leaf paper, antibacterial hand sanitizer, Kleenex, and Clorox wipes. Many of the items are back to school prices now, and even pick up one item will help fill the backpacks. Of course, if you're too busy to shop, cash donations or store gift cards are always appreciated. Will be used solely for the purchase of school supplies. Any item dropped off Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. before August 27th at Grace Engineering at 34775 Potter. I think there was an article in the paper about this a couple weeks ago. Basic Industries came to town. They're a recycling company out of New Haven. They called me and asked if I could get them a meeting with Lou Grace. I said, well, we have a backpack drive. If you'll make a donation to the backpack drive, I can probably get you a meeting with him. They made a $500 donation to this backpack drive, which is significant for school supplies, especially when you can buy pencils or 10-pack pencils for a penny and quarter for this stuff and that stuff. So I appreciate Basic Industries down in New Haven for making that. Annual meeting of St. Clair County Economic Development is Tuesday, September 9th at 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. If anybody wants to go, we can get you registered. Let's see. Did we ever talk about this? What you all met about, or what did you decide?
I think,
Well, Justin was gonna talk about it, it's kind of,
I
I
think,
can only say what's in there. And
One thing I did forget to do is at the beginning of the meeting, allow Dave Pearl to talk. So I'm gonna let him talk over my time and let us know if you have anything, Dave.
No, I don't. To just getting my, like you said, my trips together and still getting things together.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Starting fresh is a big deal.
I'm working on it every day, so
All right,
I'll have something soon.
let's see here. We got our, okay. That's all I have. Anything, Larry?
no, I have nothing.
Roberta?
no.
Jason?
Yeah, I think there was something we were gonna discuss, but since the,
The fire chief is in here.
He got called out, yeah.
yeah, so I think we'll,
So if like the council reads over your
yeah.
papers, if you don't understand, you can either call Justin or I.
Yeah. Yeah, you could read over the info, we had a meeting before the
Right before
council
this
meeting.
one.
So read that over, if you got any questions on it, call either Robbie or call Justin.
Did y'all make a decision on it?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead with it, but I'd like council just to be aware of it, that's all. So.
Okay. Anything, Jason?
No.
Frank?
Yeah, I got a call from the dealership, our new police car will be coming in first week of September.
Oh, that's
And
excellent.
I expect it to be in service by the end of September, so the citizens will have that to look forward to. And also, before the meeting started here today, I got a call from Terry, the one who filed the complaint with the city.
Bell River Road?
Yeah, the Bell River Road lady. She wants to know what we are going to do in the future to prevent gravel trucks from running up
I don't think we can.
Bell River Road.
That's a class
The
road.
problem is, it's a class state class road for gravel trucks, unfortunately, and the state is in control of that type of stuff. But
So there's no way we can like put a truck route sign in front of the BPW and
the
direct them
reason
direct them
I
down
wanted,
Mill Street?
well, we can put one, I guess, I don't know, but I don't
Why
know
would
that
they
it's
put one on
legal.
Boardman Road?
I don't know that it's
I mean,
legal,
that's what it comes down to.
you know?
Alright.
So that's-
We can't divert a class off of a road that is that class road.
Okay.
But the reason I wanted it to go to the police department, or the police committee, is because we currently do not have an officer who can enforce, commercial, vehicles.
Not as of this moment.
And we need to look into that, because if these guys are running down the roads too fast or breaking laws, we need to stop it. So,
Didn't we look into that once before?
We have,
This is,
and never
this is
done
a
it.
residential area though, I mean, shouldn't they
Well-
not be in residential areas?
You have Boardman Road as residential.
Yeah.
Well,
Down by
that's
my
true.
home, and they go right by the school
M19,
down there.
Well, yeah,
Really, I
that's,
mean,
that's
if you
really
think
a
about
state.
Most of
Yeah.
our streets in town are residential, obviously,
Mixed
but
use.
we do have postings on most of the local streets, no two trucks.
Right.
you
Well,
know.
see, I wanted to put one on Pratt Road, because in the spring, a lot of trucks run down there to the greenhouse.
Right,
And
right.
a lot of people were complaining. Come to find out, even if we put a sign there and pull them over, we don't have a guy that's certified to give them a
Right,
ticket.
that's what we gotta
Well,
work
you
on.
know, if it's a proper class road, you can.
Yeah.
It's
So I guess
expensive
that's-
training, but we can find officers that are already certified,
Right.
and they can help out and,
Okay,
The
so
immediate
that's
service.
why I wanted it to go to the police committee instead of the DPW committee, because it kind of, I mean, it could have gone either way, and I thought, well, you know what? We need to look into enforcing laws against these truckers.
And I talked with the chief and he said it was all resolved and then I get this phone call.
yeah, so I make contact.
Well, I think you got the phone call because she's probably seeing trucks travel down the road taking care of,
No,
Taking
she's
care of
happy now. She just
Maple
wants to know
West.
what we will do in the future to prevent it.
hopefully
Well,
down the road.
You know,
Here's the other issue. You were on the council when we put Mill Street in, right?
yes.
And immediately we had a flood that undermined
The
that road.
following fall, or
Within 6
springtime.
months, within 6
oh,
months, we
yeah.
had undermined that road. I'm concerned,
2004,
yeah.
I'm concerned that sending trucks across that road will cause a problem for the river, cause a problem for the road. And I mean, I'm not real sure that we should divert trucks down a road that could fail and cost us a lot more than fixing an already broken road, which is Bell River. And it's weird because I see trucks in front of my house,
Well,
I'm
you
thinking,
can-
why is
if
there
you
truck?
go down Mill Street, you'll see where the cracks are and it's got undermined and they did what they could to correct it. And the city had to pay extra.
That cost
for
us a bunch of extra money too, Larry. How much money did that cost you?
I don't remember.
So Bell River Road all the way to Pratt is basically
I know
the
what
state's,
cost me.
the state's deal?
State's got it classified
yeah.
as a class, what is it, class B?
B, it's-
Class B road, which can have trucks.
No, we get proper enforcement.
Didn't we send somebody to school for that?
We voted to, I don't know that we ever did.
Nobody ever went, did they?
Nobody ever went, as far
I
as
What
I
thought
know.
about
she
getting
did.
rid of
I
our?
thought she went, she just never got the weight or whatever she needed, or.
Yeah, the chief,
Yeah,
Well,
wait, that
the
wait.
chief went to school and
She
did
probably
that,
went, but never.
but we didn't have the money for the equipment,
The
the
equipment,
weight
yes,
and
that's
all
what I
that
thought, yeah.
stuff.
But the chief
But I
might
thought
be
she was
able to
certified.
find somebody that is certified in that.
And even have them work here a little bit and start having these trucks think, well, there might be somebody certified in the community, I don't wanna go through there, Jake breaking
Right,
and,
well, we got
you
the
know.
Jake brake sign on M19.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, we can't enforce it.
Right.
But more
They still stop calling 50
You
down on
wanna
Main Street.
start
Oh,
enforcing
yeah.
the Jake break?
Right.
There's been more
How long
James
the
breaks
sign
since
been
the
up
since the
For
sign.
years.
That started enforcing it.
So, yeah, we're kind of between a rock and a hard place on that one right now, unfortunately.
No, exactly.
So, but we do need to take care of that issue.
Right.
So right now, I mean, if she calls you again, we're trying to figure out how we can handle it in the future, but we can't, because it's Class B road, we can't make rules that limit access to the state
Right.
classified roads.
Yeah,
It's like taking
I wasn't
some-
aware of that when she called. Okay.
Yeah, taking cement trucks down local street because you have a new driveway or something for it, you can't stop them.
I guess we
Right,
could
right.
send,
You know,
we could send them down Maple once it's done. That'd probably make her happy.
But then they'd mess up church.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, Bill? Okay, thank you, people.